Hello and welcome to Todd Rolls Dice, where we're going to take a look at the two previews for Kill Team Brutal and Cunning. First we've got the Orks of the Wrecka Krews, and then we're going to take a look a little later in the video at the hardy Ratlings. How about we just jump into this one? So, Ork Wrecka Krews bring hammers to a rocket fight. Pretty sure they bring the rockets too. The tower assault on Volkus and its great gun, you know, the great gun, has drawn Imperial forces away from the enormous ring-shaped hive Basilicus, and even as kill teams of Tempestus Aquilons duelled with Vespid stingwings in the ruined slums beneath the massive ballistas, unventurous eyes watched from beyond the planet's surface. The Ork warlord Big Mech Nuzgot had long desired the awesome power of the Moon Splitter for himself, and with its defenders now occupied, he unleashed his principal clans. I want to know what the star is. So named because of a previous Ork invasion on Volkus' moon had been soundly defeated when the massive ballistas simply annihilated it in a single volley. Sounds like the Imperium, yep. Oh, you want to take our moon? Nobody's allowed it in the future. They're little Ratlings, aren't they? That's Ratlings with... yeah, oh, cool. I do like these art. The Kill Team artwork is always good. Although most of the rocks launched from Nuzgot's asteroid base either exploded in transit or crashed far off course, one came down in the Undermuzzle Barrens, a ring of settlements and light fortifications surrounding Hive Basilicus. I feel like that I'm going to get that mixed up and it's going to come out really dirty, and I'm very sorry if it does. This put Orks perilously close to a station connecting the surviving foundries with the base of the Great Gun itself, and Nuzgot has sent his best to take it. The Wrecka Krews. My accents are going to be all over the place on this article. I apologise now, but I'm not really sorry. Formed by an ad hoc alliance of tank busters and Brecker boys, Wrecka Krews are compact teams of elite orcs bent on explosive destruction with powerful, if inaccurate, rocket launchers, brutal pneumatic knuckle busters, and tank hammers with explosive heads that can be as lethal to their operator as they are to the enemy. They are bound more by competition than cooperation, while the tank busters obsess over the biggest, flashiest targets. The Brecker boys regard them as kill-stealing cheaters. Kill-stealing cheaters, the lot of them. The Wrecker's ability to smash straight through walls makes them shockingly good operatives for missions where speed is more important than stealth. Do Orks do stealth? Especially in the ruined cityscapes on Volkus. Brecker boy fighters, of whom you can take up to 5, can all knock holes in terrain with their smash hammers. That's kinda nice. Wrecka Krews crank the aggression up to maximum, moving faster and fighting harder as the din of battle roars around them. Their Wrecka Rampage faction ability feeds off their critical successes to turn misses into hits, ensuring even the most shoddily armed rocket can find its mark. So Wrecka Rampage. Whenever a friendly Wrecka Krew operative is shooting, fighting, or retaliating in the roll attack dice step, for each attack dice result of a 6 you retain, you gain a Wrecka point. You can spend up to 3 of your Wrecka points unless it's the bomb squig. For each point you spend this way, retain 1 of your fails as a normal success instead of discarding it. You can spend up to 3 of your Wrecka points. For each point you spend this way, retain 1 of your fails as a normal success. That's nice. You cannot have more than 6 Wrecka points at once. If you start an action with 6 Wrecka points, you cannot gain more during the action. So always be using them, I think, is the trick. That sounds very similar, a little more random than the elite points the Kazakin had last edition, but that sounds very similar to what the Kazakins had, where they can just tweak dice rolls. This isn't exactly that, but I think it's the same idea. That seems quite nice, especially as they're getting in and their blood's boiling and they just want to smash some oomies or some rat boys or whatever they're fighting. Yeah, I like it. Should a Wrecker score a kill, the rush of adrenaline gets them tanked up, surging forward to search for fresh prey, or on rare enlightened occasions, occasionally sticking to the objective. Nah, that's not fun. We don't play for objectives, we're orcs. Tanked up. Whenever a friendly Wrecka Krew operative, excluding the bomb squig, that has an engage order performs a fight or shoot action excluding guard, add 1 to its APL stat until the start of its next activation. Okay, yeah, usable. Their strategic and tactical ploys are similarly direct, uncomplicated, and effective. Sounds like this should be a kill team I'm running. Providing the Wrecka Krew with a variety of offensive and defensive boons. They aren't completely devoid of cunning, however. And earmarking a target for a demolition job gives all operatives a free Wrecka point to spend while attacking anything nearby. Demolition job. Use this firefight ploy after a friendly Wrecka Krew operative performs a fight or shoot action, just before incapacitated enemies are removed, if any. Place one of your demolition markers within the unit's control range if it's using a blast weapon, the primary target, good specification. Whenever a friendly Wrecka Krew operative, excluding the bomb squig, is fighting against or retaliating against an operative that's within 3 inches of that marker, you can spend a Wrecka point for free even if you have none. In the ready step of the next strategy phase, remove that marker. That sounds nice. Will all these destructive proclivities prove enough to dislodge the entrenched Ratlings charged with defending the Undermuzzle Barons? Join us again and find out later this week as we settle down with our diminutive marksman and find out what's what. We're doing that in a minute. Yeah, I like this. The models are great, the bomb squigs are great. Just let me field a kill team of bomb squigs. They're always concealed, you can't shoot them, they just run at you and explode. What is it about orcs? Why are orcs just bloody funny? Yeah, I like this. I do really like this. I think these are going to be fun. Alright, shall we have a look at their counterpart for the latest box? And for part 2, Kill Team Brutal and Cunning. Snaffle, snacks and snipe foes with the Ratlings. The Ork warlord Big Mech Nuzgot has embraced his mawkish cunning to mount an attack on the massive ballistas. While its defenders are busy fending off an assault of the Tau Empire, a salvo of rocks loaded with the Ork Wrecka Krews have landed on High Basilicus, and their target is the maglev station Castella Portis, which will ensure unfettered access to Damoon Splitter itself. With defences spread thin, it's up to Major Junati Vran of the 9th Adrigani Corsairs to organise a force to fend off a brutal assault. But all she has to work with are inexperienced conscripts and a motley collection of abhuman auxiliaries. I don't know. I reckon an Ogrin versus an Ork is like King Kong versus Godzilla. It's Clash of the Titans. So, the more I look at them, the more I like them, and a lot of it is to do with the battle map. I hope he's wicked in melee. I hope his bite is like 12 damage or something stupid. He just chews off people's limbs. He looks like he would. Ratlings, Ogrins, and more are recruited from the sprawling settlements that ring High Basilicus, precarious spaces at risk of being flattened by vented propellant or toppled by the earth-shattering tremors that follow each ear-splittering report of the great gun when it fires. Sounds like a bad place to live, in all honesty. The troops raised from these harsh environments are hardy and resourceful, though Ratlings are not often viewed favourably by the majority of the populace. Over the years they have retaliated with larceny and insubordination, but patient oversight from their commanding officers, combined with their uncanny fieldcraft and inspiring resilience, has earned them battlefield plaudits. They'll probably just nick a few hot dogs here and there, leave them alone. Expert snipers and trap setters, the Ratlings traverse the densely packed terrain of the Undermuzzle Barons with fearless surety. And when an Ork with a hammer the size of your torso is bearing down on you, it's handy being small and agile, so Ratlings are able to scarper from incoming foes. So scarper after each enemy operative's activation. Before the next operative is activated, you can perform a free dash action with one of your Ratling operatives, excluding Bulgrin, the Ogrin, and the Sneak. But it cannot finish that move within 3 inches of an enemy unless it's not visible to every enemy operative when it finishes that move. Each friendly operative can only do this once per turning point and cannot do so after the final activation of the turning point. You cannot use this rule after consecutive enemy activations during the same turning point. In other words, after using this rule, you must skip the next opportunity during that turning point before you can use it again. You'll have to tell me why I don't understand that in chat, but I don't fully get that. Anyway, let's move on to things I might understand. The concealed snipers known as sneaks, and the slow but sturdy ogrins, of whom you can take up to 3 in a Ratling kill team, nice, aren't able to make a free dash, but the rest of the team can use it to escape in a pinch. Probably because your units you're not going to have enough units to do it every turn anyway, but you do it once every other enemy operative turn. Is that how it works? So I'm going back to Scarpa. After each enemy activation, before the next operative is activated. But after using this rule, you must skip the next opportunity during that turning point before you can use it again. So it isn't after each enemy activation. It's after each enemy activation as long as you skip one after you've activated it. Right, I think I get it. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But the sneak can't use it, so how many sneaks can you have? I think it's just one. What's the star? Their suppressed sniper rifles have the silent keyword, so good luck getting the drop on them. Oh right, okay, so sneaks are special. We haven't got their data card here, but sneaks are obviously the super duper snipey guys. But anyway, Ratling sniper, so they have 2 profiles on the sniper rifle. They have mobile and stationary, both with 4 attacks. Mobile hits on 3s, 3-4 damage, no special rules. And the stationary hits on 2s, 3 damage, but it's devastating 3 and heavy. So on a crit it does 2 extra damage, and it hits on a 2 instead of a 3. Quite nice. And then fists, 3 attacks, 5 up, 1-2 damage. Oh, it's like someone's just got their hand on their head as they're swinging at the air. Aww. Snipers are each armed with a sniper rifle that packs a punch, and they're supported by a range of specialists such as the Big Shot with his devastating tank stopper rifle, and the Ratling bomber whose tripwires and mines ensnare and explode unwary foes. So the Ratling snipers, they must be the base model then, because they have no special rules at all. I should probably touch on the stats as well. So the APL2, move 5 inch, save 5 up with 6 wounds. And the Ratling bomber, who's one of the specialists, is APL2, move 5 inch, 4 up save and 6 wounds. So is he a 4 up save because he's got extra padding, or is he a 4 up save because specialists are a 4 up save? We won't find that out until we get the stuff in hand. Anyway, the Ratling bomber has 3 ranged attacks, 1 melee attack. So the melee attack is bionic arm, 3 attacks, hitting on 5s, 3-4 damage. Not too bad. I mean, hitting on 5s is always going to be rough, but I don't think you want these guys in combat, do you? Explosive arsenal is 5 attack dice, hits on 3s, 4-5 damage, range 3 inch, blast 1 inch, heavy reposition only, limited 1, piercing 1, and saturate. So that's not too bad, but you can only use it once. And then he's got the same sniper rifle as the previous. So yeah, that sniper rifle profile is going to be their bog standard weapon, isn't it? Which is quite nice. And special rules, he's got tripwire. When setting up equipment before the battle, you can set up to 2 of your tripwire markers up wholly within your territory and more than 2 inches from other markers. The first time that marker is within an enemy operative's control range, end the operative's action if any, remove the marker and subtract 1 from the operative's APL stat until the end of its next activation. So it cuts the movement short, potentially, and subtracts 1 from their APL for a turn. It's not singing to me. Mines you select from universal equipment inflict 2d3 plus 3 damage instead, and friendly Ratling operatives, excluding Bulgren and Ogren, are ignored for its effects, i.e. they can't trigger it or take damage from it. This takes precedence over the normal mines rules. So they just have better mines. And fellow Ratlings don't trigger them. That's nice. I like that. Shenanigany. Yeah, I like that. These hardy warriors have an impressive constitution and a bottomless appetite, as we explored in the Ratling Digest, and refueling between shots is a top priority. Their purloined rations steady their hands before a crucial shot. So purloined rations, once per turning point, whenever a friendly Ratling operative, excluding the Battle Mutt, the Bulgrin and the Ogrin, obviously because they're not Ratlings, is activated, you can use this rule. If you do, until the end of the activation, improve the hit stat for its rifle, if any, by 1. So once per turning point, you can give somebody a +1 to hit, but a 1 always misses. I'm sure that's going to play into something else. It's good. If you really want to push something through, it's quite good. But we'll see what else they've got. These kill teams also have their own strategic and tactical ploys focusing on sniping, repositioning, and using Ogrins and Bulgrins to bludgeon foes, while Ratlings pump them full of lead from a good, safe distance. You can see for yourself how they play by pre-ordering Kill Team Brutal Cunning, which is available for pre-order on Saturday. At time of recording, that's tomorrow. As expected, I think. I think the Orks look more fun, the Wrecka Krews, but I think these have got a few tricks up their sleeves, and we need to see them as a whole. Both teams. I just think the models look amazing. Yeah, I'm interested to see more. Hopefully I will be pre-ordering this. We'll have to see tomorrow, because I think it's going to be quite popular. I think people want new Ratlings. And who doesn't want the battle mutt, let's be honest. But I also want the terrain and stuff. And as you know, with this channel, we do Kill Team. Kill Team is one of the main games that we will be doing. And I like to dabble and keep on top of things. And what best time to start picking up the expansions again than a new edition with a channel to serve and a community that hopefully wants to know more. So we'll see. I hope I pick it up. If I do, it won't be here till probably after Christmas anyway, but we'll do an unboxing and we'll keep an eye out for more that we see on WarCom. I'm not going to talk about other creators' videos and things, but the usual people who cover this stuff will have videos tomorrow dropping around pre-order time just to keep you up to date with everything that goes on, so do check them out. But let me know what you think of both the Orks and the Ratlings and the Battle Mutt and the Bomb Squig. I think you can take 2 Bomb Squigs as well. But I'm very much looking forward to this. We don't know what's coming to Kill Team next. Maybe this will give us a clue. But yeah, definitely some cool stuff. And I can't wait to talk more about Kill Team as and when we hear things. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.